Hi guys, my name's Connor Wilson and I'm sitting here with Callum Gibson after his
Hello.
set. I've got a few questions here for you, man.
Fire
so
on.
Let's go with
Fire
it.
on.
Right, firstly, what is the music scene like in Dundee?
Music scene, it's growing, definitely growing. I mean, the only thing that I would probably say is they need a few more venues and stuff, but you know, the actual scene itself, there's a lot of good acts. I'm going to give a few shout outs if you don't mind.
Go for it.
So Exempt are a good band coming up at the minute. There's Medina's, they've been fairly popular, been recording a lot of their stuff down in Liverpool. So, you know, the band scene's fantastic. There's a lot of musicians coming through at the minute, and I give it a couple of years, it'll be quite an exciting scene.
Great one. What are your influences in music?
I've got so many, I really do. I mean, I'd probably say the main ones: Jeff Buckley, Elliott Smith, that sort of thing. The bands, Oasis. You know, I think everyone's kind of influenced by Oasis at a young age because you're exposed to that. I get a lot of my influences off my parents. You know, the music they listen to is very similar to the music I listen to and the music that I write. So I've been fairly blessed that they have such a good music taste, and you know, it's good to learn a lot from your peers, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
What so far has been your biggest challenge in music?
The obvious elephant in the room, the COVID, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I started off 2 weeks before COVID hit and the whole lockdown, but I always say this in interviews with other people, I always say that it's helped shape me and it's never really hindered my progress. In fact, it's probably been better for my progress because I've had time to sit down and to actually work on music and actually, you know, do the things. So it's been good in that retrospect. Obviously the challenges around gigs and getting the exposure, but you know, now that things are kind of looking a little bit brighter, it's good to, you know, get back to what I was doing.
It comes in time.
It comes in time, definitely.
Yeah.
You know?
How would you describe the music you create?
The music I create, I mean, I think
If you could present a genre,
any genre,
like, what would you present?
I would probably say, like, because I've got a really big mix and I'm very big on varying my style. So I'd probably say primarily alt rock, the indie, that sort of thing. But you know, I always try to make music that's different and try and be a bit revolutionised. Maybe don't do that so much, but you know, I certainly try my best to kind of stand out from a crowd in terms of how I write songs and how I, you know, present myself, that sort of thing. And you know, I think that's important as an artist to have a bit of originality, because there's a lot of people that perhaps don't have that or haven't yet found that in their songs. And I think for me to find that quite early, it's been very promising.
What is your dream artist that you would like to collaborate with?
I don't have any just now.
If you could choose anybody on the face of the earth, who would you love to do a song with?
If there's anybody on the face of the earth, that makes it a little bit more interesting. Probably Sam Fender. And anyone in his band, like Drew and stuff like that, because you know, the music they make is amazing, and he just sounds like a funny guy just to hang around. And I've had the pleasure of actually seeing him twice, once in Dundee and once at Transmit, and he's been absolutely, you know, superb, blown away. So, and if we're going back to influences, he's definitely got to be on there as well. So yeah, it's probably him.
Second one. Silly one for you. Your favourite song to sing in the shower?
Favourite song to sing in the shower? I don't know. I was singing "Can't Buy Me Love" today, so I'd probably say that. I'd probably say "Can't Buy Me Love." You know, brilliant song.
Why that song?
I don't know. It's catchy, and it just, you know, a lot of the songs I sing in the shower just pop at my head. Some will be my own, some will be like improvisation, and then some will just be the originals. You know, I like to be quite spontaneous like that.
Yeah. What is the best piece of advice you've been given in terms of performing?
There's a few things. I mean, I've been told never to give up, and that's probably a cliched one, you know, so to speak. But it is true. And you know, someone's told me to you know, work on what I do wrong and take from every single performance. Like, you know, if I've made a mistake in something or I've not done it correctly, I'm always like, well, you know, there's next time.
Yeah,
and
like
I think
and stuff
definitely,
well, yeah.
I think when you reflect on those sort of things as a musician, it helps you grow. And you know, experiencing like issues when you're playing gigs, it helps your confidence and helps boost you.
Yeah. If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
I'd probably say make it easier for young artists to get in all genres rather than just, because I see with the charts, and I don't want to be too controversial with what I'm saying here, but I see with the charts it's heavily focused on pop rap and dubstep, that sort of thing, EDM. There's not the big exposure for indie artists and rock that there used to be. If we go back 20 years ago, before I was even born, the charts were very varied, and doesn't matter who you are. If you had a good song, it'd be in the charts, and sometimes a lot of the good songs were getting the top hits. So yeah, if there's one thing I could change in the industry, it'd have to be that.
I definitely agree with you. And last but not least, what's next for Callum Gibson?
Well, the next thing is the next release, Hang in the Sky, which comes out 27th of August on all platforms. I wanted to do something quite close to from summer, because obviously summer came out 3 weeks ago from when we're obviously doing this interview. So yeah, Hang in the Sky's next. What comes after that is going to be an EP. When, I'm not too sure. Probably in the next 6 months to a year. But yeah, gigs. I want to gig. So keep your eyes peeled. There will be something coming very, very soon. And yeah, hopefully I can come down to Glasgow, play for you guys that are watching this, and and just play anywhere. Dundee's primarily where I want to play. I want to get back to Tinsmith, where I played my first gig, and actually headline that. So that's probably what's next. Get the release out the way, and then we'll focus on the big stuff and focus on the gigs.
Class, man. Thank you very much for this.
Not a problem. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and it's a pleasure sitting down and doing all these wee questions as well. So